would say that Ilia Malinin is a determined, a strong-willed. He's always striving to become better, always wanting to achieve more and be unique. I think that last year was really the year where I made myself a big name and just sort of like, oh look, here I am now. And so from there, I only want to become better, of course, than last year, and that I've worked on many things and that I'll become a better skater this season. I like to skateboard, I like to play outdoor sports, go biking, play video games. That's another thing I like to do, listen to music. So whatever I find and whatever interests me that time, that's what I try to go for. I mostly just watch skateboarding on YouTube, like tutorials or trick compilations. So I learn skating because everyone has their own unique style, and so it's really cool. Always watched Tony Hawk's, and I now watch someone called Johnny Geiger. There's a part in my long program this year at the very end that I think for me is very fun to do, and it's very unique because there's a cool element in there that no one really does. It's my own signature move that I do, and it's only going to be in that long program. I think that one of the main hopes would be that I'm grateful that I put in so much time and effort during the summer to really step up my game and to really show that I'm progressing and that I'm getting to the very top of my peak. And for the Olympics, it would be a really good goal to be in good shape, condition, and health to really have a chance at getting on that podium at the Olympics.
This is the men's free skate. Let's meet our officials for this evening's event. Please welcome the ISU referee, Ilia Malinin. Let's meet our panel of judges. Judge number 1 from the United States, Deniss Vasiljevs. From Georgia, judge number 2, Ilia Malinin.
Welcome back to Allen, Texas for the final event on the second day of competition here at Skate America. Fantastic setting. You join us in the Credit Union of Texas Event Center. My name's Chris Howarth, delighted to have your company as we embark on the men's free skate. The second lot of medals decided in this first Grand Prix of a series of 6. Perfect venue, and we've had some fantastic skating so far today. Women's short program just took place, and that really was a super event, that's for sure. Luna Hendricks in great form, Amber Glenn in second place behind Luna, and Isabel Levito in third. That's the situation in the women's short program, but we're focusing on the men now, and after a sensational short program yesterday, Ilia Malinin for the USA is leading, and he was foot perfect, I can tell you. 104 points he got for his short program. Kevin Aymoz for France in second, he was sensational too, and Shun Sato for Japan in third place as we go into this free. 12 men battling it out, and they're split into 2 groups of 6. I can tell you from watching the practice today that Vladimir Litvintsev of Azerbaijan, he's lying in 8th place, but he was on fire this morning. So he's certainly going to be one to watch. He'll be 5th to go in the opening group. Well, it's been a marvellous atmosphere in the arena here for all 3 of the events that we've had so far. Yes, as I said, it's the second lot of medals decided. We had the pairs events, and they were the first medals of these Grand Prix, and Annika Hock and Robert Kunkel just defended their lead in the short program, and they won gold. Canada's Leah Pereira and Trent Michaud in second, and Chelsea Liu and Balash Nagy, the new team from the USA, in third. That was the situation in the pairs earlier today. That's the lineup that we've got for you in this men's free program. They are the officials that have got the responsibility of sorting this one out. It's going to be a fantastic competition, that's for sure. You fancy that Kevin Aymoz and Ilia Malinin, the 2 with quite a lead, and they should be secure on the podium, and certainly look at the form that they were in yesterday. I can't see anybody getting close to those 2. But the battle for the bronze medal could be interesting. All that to come a little bit later on as the first 6 men take to the ice for their introductions. So skaters lying from 7th to 12th place after the short. First to go, Andreas Nordback from Sweden. He's in 12th. Andrew Torgashev from the USA. Trains in Irvine, California. He'll be 2nd. Maxim Naumov. He'll be 3rd. Tatsuya Tsuboi for Japan in 9th place. He'll be 4th to skate. Keep your eye on this guy. He was hot stuff today. Vladimir Litvintsev. And last to go, Steven Gogolev from Canada. He's in 7th place going into this. There's confirmation of how they go in this first group. So a lot of points at stake in this free program. We saw plenty of mistakes in the shorts, certainly from skaters in this first group. If you can get through your program clean, you could go shooting up the rankings.
This athlete began skating in 2007 amidst his ISU senior
So Andreas Nordback first to go.
earning gold at the 2023 Nordic Open in
Had a really good outing at the European Championships for the first time, where he finished in 9th place
representing Sweden,
at the end of last season, beginning of this year. Finished 18th in the World Championships too.
After battling injuries and being away from
So he's had a roller coaster of a ride, this guy, but great to see him here. Andrew Torgashev for the USA. Trains in a 5 Point Arena in Irvine, California, along with Rafael Aratunian and the splendid team he's got there, a team of superstars. So we wish him well. He had a rough ride in the short program. Got to put that behind him now and give it his best shot here in the free. Next to go, the 22-year-old from Hartford, Connecticut. This is Maxim Naumov. He'll be third to skate. Another skater who made a few mistakes in the short program. He was 10th in the Four Continents Championships last year. And he competed in the Andrei Nepelar Memorial in Bratislava this season. It's the only international he's done this year, and finished in 11th place. Then the first of 3 Japanese skaters participating here. Tatsuya Tsuboi, bronze medalist in the World Junior Championships back in 2022. He's competed in a couple of events this season. Best result was in the World University Games in Lake Placid, where he finished in 2nd place. Well, he's looking good. Vladimir Litvintsev of Azerbaijan was 11th in the World Championships last season, and he comes here on the back of a win in the Bosphorus Cup in Istanbul. And last to go in the opening group, Stephen Gogolev for Canada. 13th in 4 continents last year. Can be a little bit vulnerable with the consistency. He was bronze medalist in the Autumn Classic in Montreal this season. That's the only event he's participated in this season so far. So of course things going up a gear here in this Grand Prix. And all roads leading to the final in Beijing from the 7th to the 10th of December. So basically you're allowed to compete in a maximum of 2 Grand Prix events out of the 6. And your placing will give you points. 15 points for a win, 13 second, 11 for third, and so on. And at the end of the 6 Grand Prix events, the 6 with the highest points will make it through into the finals. And 6 events. Next week we're off to Canada. Skate Canada this year in Vancouver. Then first trip to Europe. The Grand Prix of France will follow that in Angers. And on week number 4, the Cup of China. And that'll be followed by the Grand Prix of Espoo in Finland. Oh yes, he's looking good, isn't he? And the final event, the NHK Trophy in Osaka, Japan. So that's what you've got to look forward to over the next 6 weeks. And there'll be a 2-week break and top 6 into the finals. guys certainly look to have settled down a little bit. Seems to be a little bit more consistency from them. So just to remind you, Nordback for Sweden will be first to go. Torgashev for the USA will be second. Maxim Naumov third to go. He'll be followed by Tatsuya Tsuboi for Japan. Then it's Vladimir Litvintsev, and last to go, Stephen Gogolev of Canada.
Competing on behalf of Sweden, please welcome Andreas Nordback.
So to get us underway in the men's free skate, lying in 12th place after the short from Sweden, this is Andreas Nordback, 19-year-old from Stockholm. Very useful combination to start. Triple flip, Euler, triple Salcho. Oh, down on the triple axel. He was looking for that in combination. Back on track with a really good sequence. Triple Lutz, double axel. Just about hangs on to that triple loop. Elevation on the first part of that combination. Triple Lutz, double toe. How he stayed on his feet on that. Goodness me. Well, so much better than the short program. That's for dead sure. Somewhat of a comeback there from Andreas. You can see how physically demanding it is.
Representing Sweden, Andreas Nordback.
Well, he really gave it his all, and I've got to say that was a heart-in-the-mouth moment, wasn't it, at the end there on that double axel? How he got his weight over that right foot, I'll never know. Well, he changed the program around a bit. He didn't go for the quad toe at the beginning of the program, and obviously he's got two different sets of programs, to be honest, because as far as the placement of the jumps, that was nothing like what he'd been planned to do. Let's see, really, really tough. Yeah, took a hard fall at the beginning there on that triple axel. He was looking for triple axel, triple toe combination. That would have been huge for him. But there's that three jump combination at the beginning, triple flip boiler, triple salco, and there's the triple axel. Technical panel just giving him a cue, so just a quarter of a rotation short. It shouldn't hurt him too much. Obviously the fall is going to hurt him because the judges have to go down to -5 with their grade of execution, and he does get a 1-point deduction as well for the fall. Step sequence getting a level 3. That's something he can look at as the season goes on, see if he can find a way to get that extra level. The judge is looking at the quality of the turns, the amount of changes of direction all the way through it. There's that axle at the end. You see that right leg went right inside the circle. But I think at that point of the program, he was running on empty.
The scores, please.
So his season's best,
The free skate score for Andreas Nordback of Sweden.
132.67, they'll take that. That is a season's best. Personal best was 150.96, got that in the Finlandia Trophy last year. But not a bad start to the season for him.
Now taking the ice, representing the United States, please give a warm welcome to Andrew Torgashev.
So next up, a young man who's fighting his way back from injury, and we wish him well here. 22 years of age, trains in Irvine, California, at the magnificent 5-point arena there. Wish him all the best. It was a rough ride in the short. Let's hope he can put it behind him here in the free. Andrew Torgashev for the USA. Looking for a quad toe, just a triple there. Mistakes on the triple loop. Oh yes, a big sequence, triple axel, double axel. do him no harm whatsoever. And there's a flip. This is more like it. Oh, yes. Not the most graceful of landings, but he made the rotation, I think. Triple axel in the second half of the program, extra 10%. It's quality on the combination, triple flip, double toe. Oh, wow! Triple Lutz, Euler, triple Salchow. Well, what a difference a day makes. He was like a different guy.
Representing the United States, Andrew Torgashev.
Very, very well done. Well, only he and his family and his coaching team know what he's gone through with the injuries, and it's so difficult to get yourself back to competition fitness, not just physically but mentally when you've been injured. And that performance there was a performance of courage and a performance that will do him no harm at all moving forwards. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Very, very well done, Andrew. Great choice of music. The haunting voice of Muse always hangs in the arena. It's something to behold. Well, it didn't start off great, did it? He was going for the quad toe there. Just snatched at it a little bit quick. But he was able to put that behind him, and from there on, there was really no looking back. Even when things weren't quite right, he found a way. There's that wonderful sequence. Triple axel, double axel. The flip from nowhere was tucked in the corner. Some interesting choreography, Michigi, and the winner of the best choreographer in the ISU Awards last year, Shailin Bourne, part of the choreography team. to be honest, he looked as though he could have kept going. I think that is a night he won't forget. On the comeback trail, Andrew Torgashev. No, you look fine, don't worry. So 146.85 is the best he's got this season, but a 150.96, he'll take that. That, in fact, is a new personal best score for him in the free, 219.67. So he goes into the lead ahead of Andreas. A job well done.
Now taking the ice and representing the United States, please welcome Maxim Naumov.
So now another young man who's got to put the toils and tribulations of yesterday behind him. He's an amazing talent if he can hold his nerve. The 22-year-old from Hartford, Connecticut. This is Maxim Naumov. Just a little bit short of rotation on the quad sow. Well, he took a long look at that axle. He was going for triple axle, double axle sequence, just doubled out. Oh, that's more like it. Triple toe. And there's the loop. Thinking on his feet there, got it all wrong going into the triple axle. Managed to scramble a double axle in the end. Lovely triple flip. That's a huge three-jump combination at the end of the program. Triple Lutz Euler, triple Salchow. Just feel it's too little too late. Well, what a fighter this young man is. Yeah, he didn't give an inch, did he?
Representing the United States, Maxim Naumov.
Yeah, it was a roller coaster of program, that. And just to put it into perspective, that fall on the quad sal right at the beginning of the program. The quad sal has a base value of 9.7. And with the fall, and after the judges have done their work with the grade of execution, he ends up with 4.85 and a 1-point deduction, so 3.85. So less than half the value. Love the choreography, love the energy of the program. There is that quad sal. Well, he made it round. It's such a pity he couldn't have stayed up on it. Could have made a huge difference for him at the end of the day. He does have a great jumping technique. Doesn't always get his weight over the right foot on the way out. And those axles just eluding him there. But his head never dropped. There was never a moment where he was dwelling on the mistakes. He was always thinking ahead, thinking positively and trying to accumulate points, and that's what it's all about. So his season's best score is 131.66. He's got a personal best of 149.9, close to 150.
For the free skate,
So
Maxim
139.8. It's not a bad score for him. He'll take that, I think. He's in second place, in behind Andrew. So
he competes on behalf of Japan. Please give a warm welcome to Tatsuya Tsuboi.
So lying in 9th place after the short program, a young man who was bronze medalist in the Junior World Championships back in 2022. So the 20-year-old from Okazaki in Japan, Tatsuya Tsuboi. Huge combination. Quad sal, triple toe. He's got another quad sal lined up here. And he makes it. What a sensational start. Oh, what a shame. Made easy work of the triple axel, but down on the triple salco after the Euler. beautiful lean on the triple loop. Back on track with a good triple flip though. There it is again, in combination. Last of the jumps now. Triple lutz double toe. Well, he's got a languid style, hasn't he? Which, to be honest, I quite like. But it does run the risk of looking a little untidy sometimes.
Tatsuya Tsuboi.
What a start to that program. Goodness me. Such a pity he couldn't have kept it going. Well, he's fit, that's for sure. Chance to recap on some of the highlights here, and this was just a monstrous start. Made it look so easy, didn't he? That was the quad sow triple toe, and there's the quad sow on its own, so quickly into the rotational position. And here he is going for the triple axel boiler, and there's the sow. You can see he never really got over the right foot on that. Made the rotation, which is important. Obviously the fall cost him around 4 points, and then of course a point for the point deduction for the fall as well. And this one as well, that really was a hard fall. He was quickly back up. That was the triple loop. They'd given him a cue on that as well. I think he snuck in one extra double toe. Yeah, that was it. The triple lutz double toe was a repeat there. Just got a look at the spins as well. Lost a level here and there, perhaps for rushing and not quite getting into the positions. And the step sequence as well deemed as a level 2, so the quality of the turns perhaps not quite good enough, and maybe a little bit more body movement and changes of direction. So 144.41 puts him in second place though, in behind Andrew Torgashev, who is shooting up at the moment. It's good news for him, and well deserved, it has to be said.
Now taking the ice and representing Azerbaijan, please give a warm welcome to Vladimir Litvintsev.
Now, if the practice this morning is anything to go by, this guy was on fire. Can he keep it going when it really matters? The 22-year-old from Azerbaijan, Vladimir Litvintsev. Combination on that was the quad toe. Now he's got another one scheduled here. He has to do it in combination though. And he makes it. Great running edge out of that triple axel. And a triple loop to finish off a brilliant opening sequence. Into the second half now, 3 jump passes to go. And that one's huge. Triple axel, Euler, triple salcho. And there's its sequence, triple flip, double axel. And that's it, that's all the jumps completed now. Oh, wow. Take it in, Vladimir.
Representing Azerbaijan, Vladimir Litvintsev.
Well, I have never seen him better. He came out on practice today like a man on a mission. And and he's kept the momentum going when it really mattered. Brilliant. Yeah, that's wonderful to see. A real prowess at the beginning of the program, and he had to think on his feet at the beginning because it didn't all go his way. Here's the quad toe. You would have wanted that in combination. The weight was a little bit too far forwards. Thought, no, I'll save it for the second time round, and here he goes. Even then the weight was a little far forwards, but he managed to scramble that triple toe on the end of that quad. Huge combination at the beginning. There's the triple axel, and that completed a hat-trick of huge jump passes at the beginning of the program. Just kept it going, the focus and concentration all the way through. Just huge. Yeah, he has improved so much. Remember, this guy was 11th in the World Championships last season. Been as high as 9th in Europeans. But so often we see him with a little bit of inconsistency, but he certainly seems to have found his feet, that's for sure. Remember, he comes here on the back of a victory in the Phosphorus Cup in Istanbul last season. This is his first competition of the season, and what a way to start. 145.07 will give him the lead. He's going to do that. 162.83, that's fantastic. Well done. Personal best is 169.05.
Currently, he's in first place.
I think he'll take that at this situation. Very well done.
Here competing on behalf of Canada, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Stephen Gogolev.
So our final skater in this first group, lying in 7th place after the short program. Plenty of support for him, one of the youngest men in the competition here. This is 18-year-old Stephen Gogolev for Canada. This music, time lapse. Dream start for him. Quad toe, right out of the top drawer. Foot perfect on the Lutz. Oh, I was going for the quad sal, just gave it too much. Just a single. Back on track with a perfect triple axel, Euler, triple salco. eludes him again. Looking for the quads out in combination there. Should have been a double axel at the end of that sequence, or even a triple. Oh. Well, technically, that is going to be a tough one. Too many mistakes in there. And I've got a horrible feeling he's going to be dropping like a stone. His season's best score, which he got in the Autumn Classic, was 147. Finished third in Montreal in the Classic. And he's not going to get anywhere near that. I think it's good news for Andrew Torgashev, who's in second place at the moment. He's done himself no harm whatsoever in this free. Started off so well with that quad toe, didn't it? And here's the Lutz. Lovely running edge coming out of that, makes it look so easy. And that triple axel with the triple salcho on the end, Euler in the middle. And there you can see just popping the attempt at the salcho. And even there, he's been putting triple axel on the end of that triple flip, and just a single. Just too many points thrown away. And the problem is you're limited to the number of jump passes you can do in the program. So as it goes on, it gets harder to salvage points from mistakes made early on, and he knows that. Such a pity, because he's such a talent. So 162.72 would give him the lead. He's not going to be anywhere near that. To get third place, he needs 142.26. Oh, 135.75. It's fifth place for Stephen. Well, it's bad news for Gogolev, but it's great news for Torgashev, who's still in second place. So this is how they stand after the first six. We've got 6 to go. The top 6 after the short program coming up very shortly. So things really do hot up here. First to go, Deniss Vasiljevs from Latvia. He's in 6th place. Nika Egadze for Georgia. He's in 5th, 85.76 points. He's 10 points ahead of Vasiljevs. Nozomu Yoshioka for Japan in 4th place, 87.44 his points. Shun Sato in 3rd, 91.61 he's got. Kevin Aymoz, absolutely brilliant in the short program, in 2nd. As was this guy, Ilia Malinin of the USA, the quad god, last to go. What a mouth-watering prospect this group is. Right from the off, Deniss Vasiljevs, you know he's always a little bit vulnerable with the jumps, but you're guaranteed of a real performance.
Placing 5th at the 2020
and there he is.
European Championships.
So Deniss, bronze medalist in the Europeans back in 2022, only managed 5th place this year, 13th in the World Championships. He's competed in a couple of events this year. He was 2nd in Thailand, 7th in the Andrei Nepelar Memorial Trophy. So he's got a huge fan base. He's always a joy to watch, but can be vulnerable with the jumps. So he'll be followed by Nika Egadze from Georgia. He's lying in 5th place. He was 7th in the European Championships in Espoo in Finland last year. Had a pretty good season so far, runner-up in the Lombardia Trophy and the Andrei Nepelar Trophy. Need a little bit more quality than that. Well, this guy's skating to music from the Pirates of the Caribbean. Nozomu Yoshioka, bronze medalist in the World Junior Championships last year. Bronze medalist in the Grand Prix finals in Torino as well as a junior. But he won the Triglav Trophy this season. Shun Sato will follow him, the 19-year-old from Sendai. Bronze medalist in 4 continents last year. He won the Challenge Cup in Tilburg this season. And runner-up in the Finlandia Trophy in Espoo. And there he is. Wasn't he sensational in the short program? It would be wonderful if he could emulate that sort of performance. Had a great season last year, although he was bitterly disappointed not to be on the podium at the European Championships. He finished in 4th place in both Europeans and Worlds. Competed in 1 event this season so far, and that was the Autumn Classic in Montreal, where he was runner-up. And he was runner-up to this man, who is in tip-top form. Every year we see him, he comes up with something new, and he grows in stature. Bronze medalist in the World Championships last year, winner in Montreal, the self-proclaimed quad god, and that's why he just makes them look so easy. Ilia Malinin last to go, and he's got himself quite a lead going into this. He's got 104 points. Kevin Aymoz behind him, 97.34. And such is the technical content included in Malinin's program. I think Malinin can make a mistake and Aymoz can go clean and he still can't beat him. He's on the money, isn't he? He is on the money. It's going to be a battle royal, and one thing's for sure, you know that Kevin's going to push Ilia right to the limit. Egadze looking good. We're going to be treated to a quad fest here. Perhaps not from him though. It is uncanny. Well, he's still searching for that quad sow in competition. I don't think he really needs the warm-up, does he? Just go out there and do it. So just to put it into perspective, the personal best, or the season's best score from Kevin Aymoz in the free is 164.77. And Malinin has had a 180.81 already this season. His personal best is 194.29. It won't be long before he's over 200 points, because the components which he's worked so hard on are getting better and better. Got a really good team around him. They're doing the right thing. So hang on to your hats, it's going to be a roller coaster ride as we go into the top 6 here in Skate America in the men's free. To get us underway, the 24-year-old from Latvia, Deniss Vasiljevs. His music, Blues Deluxe. Great if he could get this first jump under his belt. And just a double sow. Didn't have the best of running edges coming out of that triple lutz, but still able to get the triple toe on the end. Looking for a sequence there. That should have been triple axel, double axel. Shaky landing and perhaps under-rotated. No mistake with the loop though. see, just lost his balance after the bracket going into that triple axel. It's always going to be difficult. Should have been a triple salto at the end of that combination. Well, it was a real fight that, and wonderful to see in the background Stefan Lombiel leading the applause. He's responsible for the choreography of that program and really has been a mentor to Deniss over the years.
Representing Latvia, Deniss Vasiljevs.
Some well-deserved appreciation for what was a beautiful program. Yeah, technically it was lacking, but the artistry there for all to see. Super. Nominated for Best Coach in the ISU Awards last year.
The free skate score for Deniss
Pipped to the post though.
Latvia, 139.5.
So 139.5, it's 5th place. And that hasn't been 4th place overall.
Deniss is in 4th place. Please give a warm welcome to our next competitor. Representing Georgia, here is Nika Egadze.
Well, he was 7th in the European Championships last year and comes into the Grand Prix series on the back of 2 silver medal performances in the Challenger Series events. So it's been a good start to the season for him so far. He's in 5th place at the moment. This is Nika Egadze from Georgia. Oh, a dream start. Foot perfect on the quad toe. And there's the Salchow in combination with a toe loop. Quad sal triple toe. Oh, what a shame, got it all wrong. Just a double sal, should have been a quad. Back on track with a great sequence. Triple axel, double axel. Well, he kept it going. Not a great running edge coming out of the triple axel, hence he could only get a double sal on the end of that 3-jump combination. Just doubling out on the Lutz, tired legs now. Well, it was a program of highs and lows, wasn't it? Goodness me, did it start off well.
Representing Georgia, Nika Egadze.
Well, technically, this guy is brilliant. Could do with a little bit more work on the presentation, and a little bit more expression would be great, because that's going to help his second mark, his component score. But you imagine if he can hold it together with all that technical prowess and be a force to be reckoned with. Did it in the World Championships once and didn't make it into the free. But this is how it all began. There's that quad toe at the beginning. And then he came thundering down to the other end of the rink. Quad sow, triple toe, easy as you like. And from there on in, mistakes just kept creeping in. This was another one of the highlights, triple axel, double axel sequence. Here through the footwork, you could do with a little bit more body movement, a little bit of expression. It's amazing on that triple axel, he hardly takes the right leg through. That right foot tucks in behind the left, which gets him into the rotational position as soon as he leaves the ice. And a mistake on the Lutz, I think he was just down and out by that point. Did well on the spins. Difficult to exit there with the butterfly. Getting level 4s on all 3 spins, which will do him no harm at all. Some quick analysis there in the kiss and cry. Well, the season's best is 164.60.
The scores, please.
Gonna do that, but we'll see. It needs 151.69. Oh, would you believe it? That's just enough to put him into the lead, I think. Second on the free, but yeah, first place by a 100th of a point ahead of Litvintsev. And there's confirmation of that. It could not have been closer. That's how it goes.
Taking the ice, representing Japan, please give a warm welcome to Nozomu Yoshioka.
So he's bronze medalist in the World Junior Championships last year. He's been in pretty good form this season so far. What now for the 19-year-old from Osaka, Japan, Nozomu Yoshioka, and the Pirates of the Caribbean. Just the perfect start. Quad toe loop, triple toe. The first one wasn't good enough. There's another one. Hand down on the triple axel, didn't quite get over that right foot. scrambled the combination out there. Triple axel, Euler, double sal. Looking for a triple sal, but not enough speed. Really rushed the timing going into that. Looks just a single. Got the double axel on the end though. Singled out on the flip as well. But you can see there that technical score just a little bit off the pace. Those mistakes creeping into the second half of the program are going to cost him. Program of two halves, really. I think it was running on empty towards the end of the program. But there's no doubting his technical ability. Yeah, he's fun to watch, and remember, he's only 19 years of age. That personality and character is going to come shining through, and he can work on that second mark, work on his presentation. Get some swashbuckling going on out there. But he's got nerves of steel, that's for sure. And what a combination this was to start off the program. Look how straight he is, literally no time on that right foot into that quad toe. And then he comes thundering down the other end of the rink and does it again. 2 for 2 at that point. There's the axle. You see, he just didn't quite get over that right foot. Better that time, but again, still the weight's a little bit far forwards. Manages to get a double sal at the end of that 3-jump combination. Love to have seen a little more character in their footwork. And there towards the end on tired legs. He does have a very, very quick timing, which doesn't give you much margin for error. If you do just rush it slightly, you'll find yourself in all kinds of trouble. And that happened to him a couple of times. So he needs 150.02 to take the lead, so it'll be 150.01 for second place. And anything above 132.24 would give him third. Don't think he's going to challenge the leaders. Could be second place. Yeah, 146.12, fourth on the free. I think that's third place, yes. 233.56. And third place it is for Nozomu.
Now taking the ice and competing on behalf of Japan, please give a warm welcome to Shun Sato.
So we're now getting down to the nitty-gritty. 3 skaters to go, and they are the top 3 skaters after the the short program. In third place with 91.61 points from Japan, it's the 19-year-old from Sendai. He is getting to 4 seasons. Shun Sato. Hand down and a step out of the quadlets. Well, that could not have gone any better. Triple axel, Euler, triple salcho. Again, just couldn't control the landing. That's the quad toe. Manages to scramble a double toe on the end of the quad toe that time. Nothing's looking easy. That's more like it. Wonderful deep knee bend on the triple axel. The first jump in the second half of the program, and there's the loop. Triplets double toe, clean as you like. Well, that was a tough 4 minutes.
Representing Japan, Shun Sato.
Just wonder if the pressure got to him a little bit. Nothing looked comfortable, did it? He had to work so hard for all of those landings. Once it got in towards the second half of the program, he settled down a little bit more, but Certainly at the beginning, it really was a nervy start. Going for a huge quad at the beginning. The quad looks, I think it was slightly under-rotated. We'll have a look at that again. That could have been the problem. And that will be crucial if it was. So let's take a look at it again. Does he make it all the way around? No, it's a little bit short. Now, if they give that an under rotation, the base value goes down from 11.5 to 9.2. Then you get your negative GOEs and you end up with around 5 points for something that's worth 11.5 at the outset. So it really does hurt you, that lack of rotation. There you can see even there on the end of the double toe, he's weights all over the place. Much, much better on that triple axel. That was sort of the midpoint of the program. In fact, it was the start of the second half. And he just seemed to settle down. I think he was just a little bit tight, perhaps a little bit nervous at the beginning. And paid the price for that. So has he done enough to finish on the podium? He needs 1:45.85. And he's done that, yes. 1:55.89 is second on the free, but he's got enough in hand. It is first place. There's only 2 to go. So he's on the podium at Skate America.
Now taking the ice, representing France, please give a warm welcome to Kevin Aymoz.
So now we're going to find out what color medal Shun Sato's going to get. Our penultimate skater here in the men's free. Lying in second place. He was spellbinding in the short program. Can he possibly do it again? The wonderful Kevin Aymoz from France. Good start. Quad toe. Now he's only scheduled 1 quad in the program, so he needs to go clean. Yeah, beautiful combination. Triple lutz, triple toe. Just hangs on to that triple axel, double axel on the end. And there's the loop. Oh yes, go on! And he couldn't quite maintain control of the triple salchow. Triple axel was good though. 2 jumps to go. There's the Lutz. And no problem at all with the flip. I wouldn't like to be sat there, I can tell you.
Representing France, Kevin Aymoz.
Wasn't that something else? Well, he's a man that wears his heart on his sleeve, that's for sure. And very, very rarely do we get to see him put 2 programs back to back of that sort of quality. Quite brilliant. Yeah, every time he comes off the ice, you see Silvia Fontana in tears. Not always tears of joy, it has to be said, but absolutely magnificent. So many high points in the program. Well, I can tell you the technical panel are looking at, what, 4 of those jump passes. I really hope that it doesn't go down technically. Opting for a slightly easier program than some of the other skaters, only the 1 quad in there, but going for quality. And I think it was the right call. Just hanging on by his fingertips to that triple axel. Didn't let anything go. There's that salchow that got away from him. I'm pretty sure he's done enough with that performance to be in the lead at this point. And if he does, it's second at worst. What an end to the program. Where does he get the energy from? 26 years of age now, is the oldest competitor in the program. They didn't know where to look, did they? So much fun.
Look at me, I'm sweating gel.
So he's going to lead, I'm sure of it. Oh yes, 181.75. That is a huge score for him. Very, very close to a personal best. Sensational score. He's leading. Only 1 to go, so it's second at worst for Kevin.
Please welcome our next competitor. Representing the United States, here is Ilia Malinin.
Here we go then. The leader after the short program, and he's leading by, well, to be honest, a country mile when you look at the technical content in his free program. He's got 104.06 points going into this. He is in phenomenal form. The bronze medalist in the World Championships last year, Ilia Malinin. Extremely clean in that triple axel. Oh my goodness. Quad Lutz. Easy as you like. Triple loop. And there's the quad sow. He's not done with the quads yet. There's the quad Lutz in combination with a triple salcho. And we're in the halfway point. He's from a different planet. Quad toe, triple toe. Oh. Triple Lutz, triple axel as your last jump pass. Phenomenal.
Representing the United States, Ilia Malinin.
Well, just take in what you've just seen there. Yeah, there was no quad axel, and that's his trademark jump. But prior to this, he said he wasn't going to put the quad axel in, just wanted to make sure that he made it into the Grand Prix finals. And a clean program there with 4 perfect quads. He really is phenomenal. And you have to take your hat off to him. He's worked so hard on the components, the second mark, worked on his skating skills, worked on his presentation. Shailene Bourne, who's put both programs together for him, she's done such a good job. Picking the right type of program is so important. And just choreographing those jumps in. Having said that, I think he could do them off of any entry and any pattern that you gave him. This was unbelievable, wasn't it? Slip step into quad sow. There's the quad Lutz. And, well, I'll just put a triple sow on the end with my arms above my head and leave it at that. Loved that move at the end of the program as well. They're going to call it a Malinin. Scary stuff. Well, he's really into skateboarding, and you can imagine that's one of the moves that he does in the skate park. A very, very special talent, and a privilege to be sat here. Give my 2 cents worth. Yeah, nothing I can say can really sum up what we've just seen there. Fantastic stuff. So 194 is his personal best. He's got to be close to 200 points with that performance, surely. Only needs 175 to go into the lead. That's a chicken feed, to be honest, isn't it? 180, his season's best, got that in the Autumn Classic, but when you look back at this performance, it was flawless. There's just nothing wrong with those jumps. Positive GOEs all the way through on all 12 elements. And they were huge elements too. Don't know if you've got enough points in the judges' boxes. Here we go. It's going to be a huge score.
The free skate score for Ilia Malinin of the United States, 206.
Oh yeah, 206.41. That is enormous. So he's over 300 for the total score. 310.47 is total score. That is huge. Now he really has thrown down a marker to the rest of the world here at Skate America. A huge score for Ilia Malinin, and he can't quite believe it. But I tell you what, that was some performance. And that's how it finished up. What a magnificent night of figure skating that was. Ilia Malinin skating his socks off there in the free. Kevin Aymoz, who was brilliant in second place, but not a match for Malinin. And Shun Sato for Japan, finishing in third place. We've had some great performances all the way down. And here he is. Mariah Bell sat alongside.
What does it feel like to start your Grand Prix season so strong in front of a home crowd?
I have no words. This was a completely amazing experience for me. I was not expecting to skate this well, especially with the pressure I had in front of me, but I was ready to stay on my feet and to fight for everything.
Yeah, you absolutely did that. And what are you going to take from this into the rest of the season?
I'm definitely going to use this as a lot of motivation to keep me going through the whole season, to keep on improving, to try to be the best I can.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Yep, what an amazing young man. A phenomenal talent, and yeah, you got to pinch yourself, haven't you, when you think what you've just witnessed here. So this is how it finished up. The men's event, Shun Sato for Japan, 247.5. His total score is 3rd place for him. Just looked as though the pressure had got to him a little bit tight all the way through the program. But he did enough to stave off the challenge of Nika Egadze of Georgia, who finished in 4th place. Another spellbinding performance from the 26-year-old from France. Kevin Aymoz at the top of his game here in Skate America. A program full of passion and that French flair. Just wonderful to watch. But out on top and untouchable at the moment, Ilia Malinin from the USA. 4 perfect quads in the program, 2 of them in the second half. Didn't put a foot wrong. He's worked so hard on his presentation, and it's all paying off for him. He's really thrown down a marker with a huge score here. 310 points in the bag. Well, what a night of figure skating that was. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. And hope you can stay with us for the medal ceremony. You wouldn't want to miss that. The roof of this Credit Union of Texas Event Center is going to come flying off when Malinin is introduced to the crowd. It just strikes me when you look at the caliber of his performance. Can you imagine that anyone can get close to that? He was just in incredible form. So it'll take a few minutes, I hope not too long, for the medal ceremony to take place. And we've got medals, of course, for the pairs, which took place earlier today. And the men's event as well. Looking ahead to tomorrow, the free dance starts at around 1:15 local time here in Texas. We're on Central Time in the US. And then the women's free will start just around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then later on in the evening, 7:30 local time, the exhibition gala. Always a lot of fun. Well, I'll tell you what, if this is anything to go by, we are in for a humdinger of a season this season. Quite often the opening Grand Prix is a little bit wobbly, people are a little bit nervy, they've got new programs and everything's a little bit uncomfortable. But it didn't seem that way today, did it? Certainly in the women's and the men's event. 2 fiercely fought competitions that will go right down to the wire. And I've got to say, congratulations to the organizing committee here in Allen, Texas. Great to see so many people in the arena. It adds to the atmosphere and it makes it so much better for the athletes. So the photographers take their cue. Sincerely hope you're staying with me for this. It will be quite a spectacle. USA getting medals in the pairs event as well, of course. Seems an age ago now, doesn't it? So just to remind you, date for your diary, the ISU Skating Awards, February the 11th, taking place in Zurich, Switzerland. And you'll have a chance to vote for your favorite coaches, choreographers, newcomers. There's a whole list of categories. And the voting opens up after the Grand Prix series is finished. And just keep your eye on the ISU website, isu.org, for more information on that. And get involved, have your say, and pick your favorite people. It's a fantastic initiative from the ISU, and one that you can get involved in. So remember the World Ice Skating Day. It's a global ice skating festival accessible to everyone at every level. It's going to take place on December the 3rd at an ice rink near you. So get down to your local rink, have a chat with them there, see what they've got going on. If they haven't got anything going on, push them in the right direction, see if you can motivate them to get involved. worldiceskatingday.com you can go to for more information.
This is the ISU Grand Prix 2023 Skate America Victory Ceremony for the men. In third place and winner of the bronze medal, from Japan, Shun Sato.
So here he is, bronze medalist in 4 continents last year. Shun Sato winning the bronze here in Allen, Texas. It was a nervy skate, but he did enough to stave off the challenge from those below him.
In second place and winner of the silver medal, from France, Kevin Aymoz.
Well, he won't forget his time here in Texas. It's not often that you see Kevin put 2 back-to-back performances of that sort of quality. Great to see it here. Inspirational choice of music, Bolero there for the free. And what a brilliant, brilliant performance in both the short and the free. Kevin Aymoz in second place.
And in first place and winner of the gold medal, from the United States, Ilia Malinin.
So here he is, the self-proclaimed quad god. He's going to have more names than that, isn't he, by the time he's finished? How many records is he going to break? A superstar in the making. Quite brilliant. Over 300 points, 310 points he acquired over those 2 programs. Ilia Malinin at his very, very best. And that phenomenal score, even without the quad axel. Where's it all going to end?
Please welcome the president of U.S. Figure Skating, Sam Aksher, awarding the medals.
Sam Aksher, the president of USFSA, the governing body of figure skating in the United States, must be absolutely thrilled.
Please welcome the ISU representative, Patricia St. Peter. She will award the flowers. Please welcome the event referee, Aniela Hebelschmack. And the technical controller, Emily Billow. They will extend congratulations to the medalists.
Well, what a men's competition that was. It didn't disappoint, did it?
Anthem of the winner.
Now the anthem for Mr. Malinin. a fantastic reception, and rightly so.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are your 2023 Humana Skate America men's medalists.
Well, the three gentlemen stood there, contributed to a fabulous evening. Won't forget this for a while. And it's just the beginning of the season. Can't wait to see how it pans out. Remember, we've got Canada next week, France the week after that, then they're off to China, then it's Espoo in Finland, and the last event, the NHK Trophy in Osaka, Japan. And then the top 6 out of each category with the highest points will go on to the Grand Prix finals. It's the 7th to the 10th of December in Beijing, China. You'd be a brave man to bet against Malinin making it through. So Ilia Malinin will be participating in France. So got a couple of weeks off, and then he'll be making the trip to Europe, to Angers, to take on the likes of Daniel Grassel, Bouyang Yin. It'll be an interesting one. Aymoz, he'll be competing in Espoo in Finland, so he's got a little bit of a recovery time here. And for those of you wondering whether Jason Brown will be appearing in the Grand Prix, I can tell you that he's not participating in the Grand Prix this year. He's got other commitments, doing a lot of shows and a lot of work in Japan, I know that. But he is planning to participate in the national championships in January and see if he can get himself a place on the world team. That's his goal for this season. Isn't that fabulous? Great to see so many people have stayed on for this presentation. Good. Yeah, wonderful to see the fans here in Allen, Texas. Knowledgeable crowd and very, very supportive, that's for sure. So taking it all in his stride. He's got to get used to this. It's going to be a fascinating season, that is for sure. So these two, between them, didn't put a foot wrong. Give us a smile, Ilia. Yeah, I think Kevin is absolutely thrilled with what he's achieved here. 26 years of age. I thought he was going to call it a day last season. But back and back in in the form of his life. I hope you've got your cameras out. So just a reminder, we've got the free dance tomorrow, 1:15. Chock and Bates in the lead there, and it has to be said, in a class of their own, so they are likely to be the winners, but it'll be interesting to see how the silver and bronze medals pan out in that one, and the women's free. Really looking forward to that. That's at around 3 o'clock tomorrow. And Luna Hendricks in tip-top form again. Amber Glenn really giving her a run for her money. Skated superbly well. It's an America second and third with Isabeau Levito in third place. But nothing really between them. It's all to play for in the women's event. So that will be a humdinger of a competition as well.
Thank you, gentlemen.
So the gentlemen have had their time. There should be the pairs medal ceremony to come next. I think you'll have to prize Ilia off the ice. He doesn't want to go, and who can blame him?
ISU Grand Prix 2023, Skate America Victory Ceremony pairs. Third, and winners of the bronze medal representing the United States, Chelsea Liu and Balazs Na.
Well, what a magnificent moment for this young team. She's 23, he's 25, teamed up this year. And these two really are going places. A bronze medal for the first time in an ISU Grand Prix together. What an achievement. Chelsea Liu and Balazs Na.
Second, and winners of the silver medal, representing Canada, Leah Pereira and Trent Michaud.
Well, they gave it their best shot. Just a mistake early on in the program may have cost it for them. Leah Pereira and Trent Michaud, winners of the silver medal here in the pairs event.
First, and winners of the gold medal from Germany, Annika Hacke and Robert Kunkel.
I think they're pinching themselves. They did come into this as the favourites, but it was a close run thing on the short program. They did lead the short, And you sense they felt the pressure a little bit going into the free. They were a little bit slow across the ice, perhaps a little bit cautious, but they held it together. And eventually a gold medal here in Skate Canada for Annika Hocker and Robert Kunkel. So very well done to them. This team, of course, bronze medalists in the European Championships last year. So they ended the season well. And they've started very, very well here in 2023.
Please welcome the ISU representative, Patricia St. Peter. She will award the medalists.
So Patricia St. Peter, the representative of the International Skating Body, International Skating Union, governing body of figure skating. Presenting the medals there. What a moment for that young German team. Who made the move, incidentally, to
Please
Italy.
welcome the president of U.S.
training.
Figure Skating, Sam Oxshire. He will award the flowers. Please welcome the referee, Aniela Hebelschma, and the technical controller, Kirsten Kaminis. They will extend congratulations to the medalists.
So, as is customary. Congratulations from the head of the technical panel.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of the winners.
So what a moment for these two.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are your medalists.
Nika and Robert at the top of the podium there. And yeah, a couple of seasons ago, they made the move. They moved from training in Germany, went to Italy to train with Andrei Hotorek and the team there, Franca Bianconi. And they haven't looked back since. Could this be a springboard into bigger and better things? They're already in the record books as being the first German pair team to qualify for an ISU Junior Grand Prix, a figure skating final. Beaming smiles, and great to see three teams pleased as punch with how things finished here. Not taking anything away from the Canadians, but a team very much for the future. Chelsea Liu and Balash Nagy, who have teamed up this year. Remember that. It seems scarcely credible that they haven't been together a year yet, and here they are winning a medal at their first Skate America. Could be a dream team. The all-important selfie. I'm not sure whose phone it is, but they're all going to want a copy. What a great picture. So there it is, your medalists in the pairs event here at Skate America. If you enjoyed that, we're doing it all again tomorrow. Just a reminder once more, we've got 2 more events to go. We've got the free dance, that starts at 1:15 tomorrow. And just a reminder there, Madison Chock and Evan Bates are leading ahead of Majoie Lajoie and Zach Lager from Canada, and the French team of Genia Lepreva and Jeffrey Briseau in 3rd place there. But gotta say, to be honest, Madison and Evan really in a class of their own. So that one will be decided around 1 o'clock tomorrow, and then at 3 o'clock the women's free. And Luna Hendricks in the lead there after a brilliant short program. Amber Glenn in 2nd, Isabeau Levito in 3rd. From myself, Chris Howarth, bye for now.